For a long time, experts have ceased to count data by terabytes because for the last 2 years it has been created 90% of all information ever existing in the world. And its volume continues to grow every day. To date, 16 zettabytes of information are stored in the network, and if we transfer this into terabytes, we get a number with 9 zeros. According to analytical research, by 2025, the global amount of data on the internet will be more than 160 zettabytes. Widespread digitalization of all the spheres of the economy, electronic workflow, and the opening of the big data capabilities have become a powerful impetus to the development of system for digital information storage. Developments of the Internet of Things and smart city components have significant influence because every day the huge streams of information received from all smart devices require more and more solutions for their storage, as according to the forecasts of Cisco experts. In the next 3 years, the number of IoT connections will almost reach 14 billion, and today this figure is half as many. The data is different. The data is the main asset of each enterprise. It can be structured and unstructured. Unstructured data are video files, for example, video files from secure city or video surveillance systems. This data must be stored. There is a certain system for this. The need to store data without the cost for expensive equipment has led to a significant growth of the so-called cloud services. This is indicated by figures. For the last year, the world's inhabitants spent $153.5 billion for the possibility to cloud technologies usage provided within general or public access, which is more than the indicators of 2016 by almost 40 billion. Requirements for the equipment on which specialized software is installed and which allows to support this business is growing rapidly, and the ability to provide its infrastructure that could contain software is limited. Therefore, the demand for cloud services is growing due to the fact that these organizations already understand that they can use the infrastructure of big giants, fix the problems on software and hardware administration, and at the same time get high-quality, safe services for much less money. Experts say that the stage of distrust to cloud services has been overcome in Kazakhstan too. According to analysts, the volume of storage and processing of domestic service market is estimated at almost 6 billion tenge, showing the annual growth of 16%. However, what are the cloud services? It is a technology of distributed data processing in which computer resources and capacities are provided to the user as an internet service. In other words, this is some kind of work platform on the World Wide Web, or rather a remote server. We all use search services. They are also built on ordinary cloud services, which are distributed around the world, and use one common resource so that Google search engines could find resource you need. One of the most common services provided by cloud companies is the leasing of remote equipment for data storage. It means that using this service, the customer does not have to spend much money on expensive equipment as additional servers, removable media, and other devices.
Сервис позволяет без значительной инвестиции в собственную инфраструктуру воспользоваться инфраструктурой.
This service allows using the infrastructure of such giants as Microsoft, for example, without significant investments in your own infrastructure, and place your own business data in any center of Microsoft, while ensuring safety and secure access to this data. This is the main point of the safe storage of business data.
Сервиса по безопасному хранению бизнес-данных.
In addition to the information storage itself, working with cloud services allows to run software, for example, licensed developments for accounting reports, photo and video editors, applications for creating 3D models, and much more. This service is called as Software Other Service. That is, you can take the program for rent. That is the Windows server. The software itself costs more than $1,000. It is a huge amount for many small businesses, and they use unlicensed software. However, if a small business will rent this software, they can rent it for $30 per month. This is a fully rational amount. The text base and the number of licensed software users are increased accordingly. When transferring the company's operations into the cloud, it is also possible to run not only the storage or software, but also the service for maintenance of this software. For example, you get corporate mail service as a ready service. And accordingly, our engineers manage this service and deal with it. That is, you get ready-made service without worrying about setting up and maintaining the software. You do not have to spend money on a technician, equipment, and support. That is, you do not have these costs. The main customers of organizations that provide opportunities for cloud solutions are considered to be large corporations like banks, telecommunications and logistics companies, and government agencies. Initially, cloud services were most popular among customers in economic realm with high competition, because we're following global trends, and this trend has come to these industries. That is, information availability is very important for these organizations, and loss of data is catastrophic. It is reflected on service. Therefore, criticality of safety data and data availability is a top priority for such industries. That is why they're trying to build their own infrastructure using the infrastructure of such giants as Amazon or Microsoft. As well as large corporations, Kazakhstan's small and medium business is also moving to work on remote servers. According to the market participants, the annual growth of such customers is about 40%. These are companies with a disjointed structure, that is, without a multitude of branches. They have many miscellaneous information systems across cities and regions, and the task is to provide a centralized service. We advise these companies, help them with migration to the cloud, and support in the future. That is, companies with miscellaneous information systems unite them into a single central system, and all work with a unified system in real time. As experts note, the main advantage of converting the own business to cloud solutions are to save your own finances, because equipment and software rental are usually cheaper than buying them.
Мощности современных серверов, компьютеров, они настолько сильные, что
The capacities of modern servers and computers are so strong that most often the same servers in ordinary companies are used no more than 10 to 15%. That is, approximately 85 to 90% of all capacities are down. In our case, since there is such a dense consolidation of customers, we have a utilization of up to 80 to 90%. Due to this, respectively, we have it more profitable. It will be possible to save on workforce. After all, working on remote servers implies access to company data from anywhere in the world, if that would be the internet. Therefore, virtualization of the company's activities does not require the constant presence of employees in offices, which is beneficial both for the specialist himself and for business owners. We're just getting ready to launch one such service, when you can connect to your computer remotely via the internet. We made a calculation for Almaty. For example, if the company has an employee in the office, how much will it cost? Taking into account the rent of office premises for Almaty, this is about 30,000 tenge per one employee in order to support it. Our service allows doing this for 10,000 tenge, that is, you save 3 times. Cloud services are information resources available to users on a high-performance communication channel. But in fact, it is a kind of software that is stored on powerful servers, for which a special technological complex or a data center is needed.
Мы с вами находимся в одном из машинных залов коммерческого независимого центра.
We are in one of the computer rooms of a commercial independent data center. For example, this computer room is designed for continuous operation of more than 500 servers. Servers are usually mounted in these server cabinets. In this cabinet, you see 18 servers. The capacity of data centers is measured by the number of such server cabinets. Many of you used Google, Facebook, and YouTube. Well, Google announced that it has more than 50 commercial data centers. And there are more than 50,000 of these cabinets in these data centers.
И в этих коммерческих дата-центрах размещено более 50 тысяч вот таких шкафов.
In this data center, there is equipment of several Kazakh banks, telecoms operators, state organizations, and servers of large online projects. All these corporations need the uninterrupted operation of their services, so the equipment here does not shut down for a minute. In order to operate in non-stop mode, super powerful air conditioners are needed because each of the processors meets heat as a boiling kettle, and overheating is fraught with hanging and even completely shutting down the system. In addition, all these computers are sensitive to the slightest voltage drops. Servers are provided with uninterrupted and backup power supply. These are traditional UPS. Many computer users have them. In this computer room, there are several UPS providing uninterrupted power supply of servers installed in data center. Such technological equipment, of course, guarantees the uninterrupted operation of servers and thereby the companies themselves. However, force majeure is still not excluded. Therefore, there is a full-time surveillance for the activity of computer rooms and the state of their microclimate in the data center. Here's the room of duty operator. He monitors the video cameras inside premises, examines parameters of technological microclimate, which are indicated here on the monitors. Moreover, if necessary, the duty operator can do some manipulations with the customer's equipment. He can turn on, turn off, restart, connect some additional test equipment, etc. Such data centers, in addition to ensuring the uninterrupted operation of clients' equipment, also guarantee security of both servers and data stored on them. We are responsible for security of digital streams. This service is called as Security Other Service. That is, as Security Other Service is quite a rapidly developing service all over the world. It is ensuring the safety of digital flow of the client. It is a filtering, spam protection, protection against attacks, etc. Of course, not all organizations are ready to store their data and software on remote servers. For some companies, there is no need at all. There are companies that have their own IT infrastructure, which regularly requires increasing capacity and updating software. However, leading vendors also produce equipment for such mini data centers. These block systems are built and installed for the customer's needs. They are easily scaled, and one system includes both network equipment, server equipment, and data storage system. The customer has this virtualized solution, and it is managed from one console. Accordingly, it is much more easily managed. We call these systems convergent and hyper-convergent. It is a common notion. Accordingly, this simplifies the work with these systems. They are more efficient and easy to scale. This is what customers need in their private data center. The expansion of information technology's role in the work of private and public sectors is the basis for a transition to a digital state. According to forecasts of the world's leading experts, a quarter of the global economy will be transferred into non-eligible form by 2020, and Kazakhstan is no exception. Here, all important industries are liable to active digitalization, which means that the data that needs to be kept somewhere becomes more and more every day. Therefore, development of cloud systems and technologies, construction of data centers, and growth of information security level are one of the main tasks in Digital Kazakhstan State Program, which are identified in Action Plan of Digital Silk Road Development.